Nanda, Namaskar. Today we are all here to celebrate the life of a grand young lady. What beautiful words. So true. Dr. Mrs YGee, my wonderful dearest aunt. She was grand. She thought everything in a grand way. She didn't mean little things like, she just took them for granted. But she wanted everything in a very grand way, in a grand style. And young, of course, she was very young at heart. She never felt her age any time. And not that she liked anybody to ask or point out her age. I remember at one function when the speaker was saying, and she was sitting, she said, despite her age and ill health, she immediately raised her hand and said, "Who said that? Ill health and age? What do you mean?" That poor man bolted for his life. So she was so young, that spirit of hers, amazing, fantastic. I mean, there could be plenty of words to describe the way she was, the way she was so generous at the same time, kind, and yet at the same time she was very disciplined and she was very stern when she wanted to be. Well, she had so many achievements, so many awards, and what an educationist. She was outstanding. But at the personal level, I would also like to say and share with you how Pachana and Rajama, they have been of great support and help, and how they have stood by me when I was going through a life of turbulence. It was sad, but then they were there. All the time, Papa, kavalapadathamma, naanga irukom. And the Sakti, kuduthunde irundha enakku. They were a great source of strength to me and to my young son who was studying in Shishya. But then, well, when things unfortunately happened in my life, when I lost my husband, and this child was just going into himself. He was not coming out, he was not speaking, he was not reacting, nothing. So Rajama told me, so I was a member of parliament at that time, so Rajama told me, this is the best time to take him out of Chennai. Don't keep him in Chennai. Because this environment, surroundings and all that, will not be good for him. So since you are in Parliament, Delhi, you can easily put him in Delhi. So she was the one who gave me the idea. Because my education was all, went into dance. And I never went to college. I only did my matriculation and that was the end. Then everything went into dance. So for each and every advice, suggestion, and to ask what should I do with my son, what about his education, how do I do, I would always go and ask Rajama, tell me, Ma, enna pandrathu ipo, indha pulla, he's gone into his shelf, into his school, and he's not reacting, Bombay Kashan Poma, Delhi Kashan Poma, it will do a world of good. And it was like the goddess speaking to me. It happened. I took him to Delhi and I put him there with in the Hindu and college, and then gradually he changed. He opened up. He became a better person. And he is not the same Suchi what you see today. But the first 3 years after he lost his father, life was really terrible. But anyway, the source of the help and the backing and the support that I got from Pachana and Rajama, I can never forget as long as I live. And this is my greatest tribute to them, that she was a very fine lady. Even about 2 months ago, I had lunch with her. And she said, "Inge saapute pomma, saapradame pokudadu." Appadinu sari saapradramma appadinu. Appo she was in the wheelchair. She would always eat in her room. But then she came up to the table, to the dining, and she sat, and you know what she told me? "Papa, ever since you have come, I have dropped 10 years of my age." Wasn't that the sweetest thing ever? That was the last thing I heard from her. And that will always be ringing in my ears. And Rajama will ever be in my heart, Rajama and Pachana, because I'm so, whenever I told her that I'll be indebted to you all my life, she said, "Don't say that. What do you mean indebted? It's all God's kindness, and He does what He does. God does everything. So you don't have to really thank me or be indebted to me, and everything happens for the best. And now you dance. Keep dancing, which is your passion, and that will help you a lot." And probably her words have been true. I'm still dancing. And she said, although my son says now he's coined a slogan, 8 to 85, "Stop it, Amma. When do you think you'll ever going to stop? Enough, no, you've danced enough all your age now. Keep." Because he cares, he loves me and he cares for me, and he feels that I should get hurt or I should, nothing should happen to me. I say, "Listen, I am a dancer. Won't I know? Won't I be my own best judge to know how far to go, how much I can, stand to it?" Anyway, he says, but then as children grow up, you have to naturally, listen to them. And he's a loving son. So, in fact, Rajama said, "Why aren't you giving date for Bharat Kalasar? Last year I wasn't here in India. I was away in the US, and whole of Margari I missed. The first time in my life. I've never missed the Margari month. And I've never missed, but still, my Tirupave there, every day I continue to say my verses. That never stopped. And then by the time I came back, I couldn't perform. I couldn't participate in any of the festivals here. But I missed my Bharat Kalachar, which is my favorite. And so when I met Rajama 2 months ago, she said, "No, you have not given the date, Raja." She had been asking me, but that time Mahen and I think you had gone to states, you were not here. So I said, when Mahen comes only, I can talk to Mahen and Sudha. Then we'll fix up the date and something. So this time, we have fixed the date, but my son, he's put a condition, no dance. You can do lecture demonstration, you can do workshop, you can do this, you can do that, and you can sing also, never mind. Because that is sitting, you're not standing and dancing, doing any steps. So I have managed to accept 5 programs in December. Of course, starting with Bharat Kalachar, and with Amma's blessings and Pachana's blessings, and all your love and affection of my admirers and friends. I'm sure everything will happen for the best. Things happen for the best, and they will be the best. Thank you.
Actually, advisory council meeting